This week our location report comes from the plush surroundings of Burghley House in Lincolnshire, where the director-producer team of James Ivory and Ismail Merchant are currently making their 43rd movie and their third Henry James adaptation. With Nick Nolte, Uma Thurman and Angelica Houston top-lining an already starry cast, the Golden Bowl boasts considerable class. As Merchant Ivory recreate James's Edwardian England, corsets and bow ties are the order of the day for the ensemble cast, which also includes Kate Beckinsale, James Fox and Jeremy Northam.
It's always great to work with James and Ismail. You know, these men are about going out and doing the great literature, you know. That's very rare as filmmakers. I mean, you know, their audience is a limited audience, but they've been doing that for years.
442, take 3.
I had a sad letter from poor Isabel Brinkerhoff. She's still in Venice with her fearful husband. What's his name?
Falvey.
It's a brilliant cast. It's quite daunting, actually. I'd had all this time off having a baby, and thought I'd gently start work again. And then there's half of Hollywood lining up. It's a real ensemble piece as well, so it's very much a team effort.
Whist?
Whist. She told me she warned the uncle not to leave all that money to poor Isabel, as the girl would only fall prey to some dreadful fortune hunter. And of course, that's exactly what happened.
James, it was a little bit as if you anticipated what she was going to say. And I don't know how you would get the drift of that.
Just wait until she actually says it.
I think it would be sharper if you did that.
It feels like I've come back into my first ever job, and I'm a bit, you know, a bit nervous all the time, to be honest. I mean, it's such a delicately balanced story as well. You just want to make sure you're getting it right.
The Golden Bowl is a typically complex Henry James story, which centres on an American tycoon, played by Nick Nolte, and his daughter, Kate Beckinsale. When she takes her vows shortly before her father also remarries, it is darkly hinted that the respective couples' histories may be entwined.
Now it will be he and I and you alone. We've lost our symmetry.
Symmetry? Well, is it your wish then that to keep it, I had better get married too?
Soon after Beckinsale's character marries an Italian prince, played by Jeremy Northam, cracks begin to appear in the relationship. And sure enough, Nolte, Mr. Verver, helps open a can of worms with his marriage to Charlotte, Uma Thurman. Or is it even more complicated than that?
Now, unbeknownst to my daughter and myself, Charlotte and the prince had an affair before, but this was in Italy. But then there was the period of time when they were in Germany, and that was before the other time that they were together in Alaska. But Alaska was so cold that it goes on and on and on. None of that's true.
For 5 years, you've said nothing, not a word. Not even that you knew each other before. Even that was kept a secret from me at the time of our marriage.
But if I had told you, would it have made any difference?
I mean, in the sense that it's dealing with love and disappointment and betrayal, and, you know, those sort of things are fairly universal, I think. And I don't think that there's anything in it that is alienating to a modern audience.
You and I. That's all there is for me. You and I. As if you've never married and I've never married. And there are only those weeks we had together in Rome when you loved me.
Charlotte, that's all in the past. In the past.
And the Golden Bowl will go on release next year.